Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, where we've made our way through the beginning of the game. We've crossed through the things betwixt and entered Majula, I think is this called? Let's explore. We've talked to the Emerald Herald. We've talked to that fellow who is both of which explained more or less the same thing. There are 4 big lords who we must fight because they have big souls. Let's see, the blacksmith is in here, but the door is locked.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. And now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
Ah, thanks. But we don't have the key. Let's see. What have we got to look at? We've got an item in there. Oh, by the way, I suppose...
Undead, are we? Oh my. Haste makes waste.
So apparently I accidentally spoke to this fellow.
Oh. Who are you again? No, I'm not serious. You do have a rather pleasant scent.
Oh, thanks.
The type I'm quite fond of.
Sweet Chalcor.
This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful?
I'll take your word on that one.
This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused.
To be fair, all of this is just typical behavior for a cat. None of this is unexpected. Let's see, we can buy a ring that absorbs hit points. It's a ring that reduces fall damage. That's how we're going to get down the pit. Easier to be detected by enemies. Easier to connect to players who chose the same god and can hear the voices of foes. All right.
Nothing suited you, I presume?
No.
Well, that's dismaying.
What's dismaying is you laughing after every single thing that you say. But that is typical Dark Souls behavior, really. Got a life gem. Now, okay, they're not over here. I'm thinking of a different spot. Past the well is what I'm thinking of. But actually, before we look at them, let us knock that over and get ourselves an Estus Flask shard. Actually, we haven't even bothered equipping the Estus Flask. Backstabbing ahead. Look at these fellows. They're probably the most unnecessarily powerful enemies at this stage of the game. But I will magic them to death. I will magic. To death. And not fall into the pit. Excuse me. Now, Let's run over. Let's get ourselves a little bit more distance again. All right. And actually, let's go talk to the Emerald Herald so we could quickly upgrade our Estus Flask. Because the better it is, the better off we'll be. This will just give us one extra use out of it. Which is interesting how this game changes the rules for how the Estus Flask works. But I guess that's one of the things that's noticed by the different directors, since Dark Souls 2 has a different director than Dark Souls 1 and 3. Whereas, like, this game is balanced around the even more limited Estus Flask shards and life gems. I want to say both Dark Souls 1 and 3 just have one set of Estus Flask usage, and that's it. Oh, almost forgot. We are going to stay at the bonfire. We really need to upgrade our stamina. But I think I was only able to level up twice with how many souls I'd collected from the tutorial area. And what makes Dark Souls 2 very different is, like, there's a limited amount of enemies. This is a special encounter enemy for some reason. In that, like, if you fight them enough times, they will be replaced by a single, more powerful enemy. But Dark Souls 2 is different in that there is a limited amount of enemies per playthrough. Limited based on spawn count. You can fight them over and over again, but eventually they will stop spawning. Which means that unlike Dark Souls, unlike the other Souls games, there is an actual a functional limit. Oh, here we go. Nope. There's a functional limit to how much experience you can gather per playthrough. Instead of just leveling up on end. Though I suppose if you were to clean out the entire world of spawns, if you were to go through every single area and destroy every living thing until everything wasn't coming back, I did it! Revenge! You probably would be very overpowered. The thing is, like, there's the loss of souls versus the fact that you can't, like, there's the finite amount of souls available. The finite amount of items to collect. But none of that would... It's come to my belief that none of that would really affect your capacity to win at Dark Souls. And the reason for that is there is a specific YouTuber who I've watched play through Dark Souls 1 who was really bad. Like, really bad at the game. Worse than I am, somehow. I don't even know how a person could be worse than me, but it is true. Take my word for it. But he still survived. And I figure if that person can win I think anybody could really win, given patience and or determination. If you try enough times, eventually you're bound to succeed. Maybe. If you level up enough, you're bound to succeed. Maybe. These games are not impossible. But if there's anything I've learned from playing Dark Souls 1 with a faith-based character, is that you could make a thing harder for yourself. Ah, here we go. They've turned into big boys. Nope. Let's get out of the way. Let's also not fall into the pit. That is... These are both important things to think about. Alright, one of them is dead. Get our stamina back, because we definitely need to think about putting points into endurance. Ah, and now here's the even bigger version. I don't know why I felt compelled to do all of this right now, but hey, it's extra souls, I suppose. And whatever this guy drops, which is just a cracked eye orb. You know, cracked eye orbs just aren't what they're cracked up to be. I screwed that up. I probably, like, those are items I've never really used in regards to Dark Souls games, only because I don't really engage much in the PvP. I'm definitely not engaging much in the PvP while under my current terrible internet connection. Nobody needs to repeatedly die because of bad internet connection. It's locked. And then there's nobody... Oh, there is somebody here. Why, hello.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor.
Well, hello.
Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
What have you got? You got shields, you got armor. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway.
Same.
I don't even know why I'm still here.
Same.
Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. Well, I do hope I see you again.
I'm sure you will, maybe. Yeah. Treasure ahead. In a treasure chest, no doubt. It's a Titanite shard. Fantastic. But I don't have an accessible blacksmith, can you? Oh, no, you have to hold B and go and down on the analog stick. Just a few small changes. All right, let's actually proceed with the game because we have exercised all of our options here, I believe. We will go down this path towards wherever it goes. With any luck, it happens to reach a forest. Sometimes I get a little bit lost in this starting area. A rusted coin. An old rusted coin. Crushing the coin temporarily boosts luck. The coin was engraved with the image of a god that was worshipped in ancient times, but no one knows its true origins. I will not rate your message. Part of me has already lost faith. Is this actually the path forward that I'm thinking of that leads to the first forest area and the giant? And no, it is not. This is a different area. No, this is. I spoke too soon. All right, now then. Let us be incredibly careful getting this treasure. A human effigy, and also I have fond memories attempting to like, oh look, there's an item there. I'll just jump down and I died in that pit of water. Your characters in Dark Souls games simply have no buoyancy. No swimming allowed, only sinking. Although I suppose if you're wearing tons of armor, that's one thing. But I feel like my sorcerer character should be able to swim. Oh, hello. I've acquired multiple attention. Also, big guy, I don't believe he's actually in that spot in... Sir, can you stop for like a second? Jesus Christ. The big guy isn't in that actual spot in the original game. This is one of the Scholars of the First Sin rearrangements. But that's fine with me because he drops a pretty good amount of souls, if I remember correctly. And the soul of a proud knight, to add more souls to the injury. Oh, hello. I didn't even see you there. All right, let us proceed onward. We only have so many uses of our soul arrow. So I try to be at least a little bit sparing. But there is a bonfire over here. And this game is kind enough to offer fast travel right from the get-go. You don't have to play over half of the game to unlock fast travel, and you can travel between any of the bonfires. So I'm going to quickly travel to Majula, level up a couple times, and then come back. Alright. Let us carry on our journey. A life gem. Nice. Why, hello, Ah. Somebody just shot me. Okay. This has already started out poorly. I did not realize there was this big of a crowd of people. Let's go back to the bonfire. Try that again. Or let's heal up. Ow. It's like this person isn't even drinking with some sense of... with some sense of danger. Like you're surrounded by bad guys. The player controlling you got in too deep. There we go. I think we're good. Let's try that again, and not to attract the attention of everybody in the area. Maybe do more of this 1-2 punch, where I hit him with that, and then hit him with that. All right. Where were all these other guys that showed up? Oh, under the bridge, I guess? And then there's the... and then this guy taking pot shots at us. Very rude. Oh, no, I'm stuck against the rocks. Ah! Excellent. Much better against that little crowd of people. Shield guy, come back. What are you... Not having a shield of my own is definitely throwing me off. Oh, but there's an item. But I suppose like that was the point of creating a different type of character. Like I feel if you've played these games over and over and over again in the same fashion, it would just get tiresome to do so. And then there's this section, which has its own crowd of people waiting for me at the top. We will hopefully survive. What are we looking for? What happened to my binoculars? There they are. They're now a weapon. Or at the very least, in this game, they are. That was a waste of a soul arrow, but that's fine. All right. Kind of center the body in the camera. I want to say, yep. There's that fellow up top. Wow, that's way off. All right, I don't know why I was trying to hit him specifically. Oh my. Nope, don't want to use binoculars up close. And this will get easier once I actually have more spells, and I don't have to necessarily require on, or depend on just having one thing of soul arrows. You are the dead guy. Ah, a backstab after all, finally. And are you still good? All right. Does this activate the bow users to come out? No, that activates you. This is very important. I need to check up on something really quick-like. Oh, there's an item up there. That was not the thing I was actually planning to check on, but still, that is important. Can I get to that item? I don't know. All right. Very important. We have taken care of that business. Let us take a look at what's in this direction. It's not progress, but jumping required ahead. Can you jump from here to there? Is that possible? That seems like a bit of a long jump. Oh, hello. All right, anybody else up here? I want to say this also leads to another area I'm not ready for, but again, something I've mentioned previously is it's like there are a lot of areas from Dark Souls 1 and 2 that just bleed together in my memory. A short sword. Can I wield a short sword? Or am I not strong enough? Okay, I need higher dexterity and higher strength in a pretty significant amount. But if I wield the short sword, I will be closer to cosplaying Gandalf the Grey. As Gandalf did not use a dagger. How far is your jump? Like, right up there. We need to... Right over there. All right. That's what I get for having such little faith. Immediately proven wrong. Now, the one thing that I don't think I've ever done in regards to Dark Souls 2 is I believe there's an upcoming fight, an optional one, against the Penetrator? Was that the bad guy's name? I've never finished this optional fight. I think, like, you only get, like, one chance at it, if I remember correctly. Ah. There we go. Where are you going? I'm in here. Kill me. No. All right. Anything else in here? Just some boxes, some pottery. Oh my. Let's back up a little bit, heal up. Looks like we're almost out of soul arrows. So we're going to be switching to melee for a little bit. Excuse me. I'm not done with you. Try tongue butthole. Right. Of course. Huh. Interesting. And I see that fellow over there. Should I be worried about you? Nope, that missed. Oh my. Ah, and a backstab. All right. Let's finish you. A little bit tighter on supplies, but again, this is the beginning. Who's shooting arrows at us? Oh, it's you. Well, I can't really do anything about you from this angle, so... But be wary of luring it out in short, tough enemy ahead. Well, I already know what's in this door. It is a bonfire, but now I cannot use the bonfire because this fellow decided to follow me in. But he's not the tough enemy that I have to worry about. Why, hello there.
Buy something. Anything. Oh, come now, help an old woman and buy something.
All right. I can't buy anything if you just start cackling. Like, show me your wares. Let's buy another thing of soul arrows.
My name is Melentia. You're a stranger to this land. Oh, we get as strangers these days. Everybody's gone and run off. Dranglake's been up a pile of rubble since the war fought long, long ago. When the giants crossed the sea.
And we'll see that later.
Thank you kindly.
All right. Now let us attune that second soul arrow. Now we have 60 soul arrows. And we can see what that tough enemy is that we did not fight. Oh, hello. Oh, was it just him? I'm somewhat disappointed. Well, I think this is where I'm going to stop for the night, though. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have yourselves a good night. Oh, wait, yeah, let's do this first. Isn't somebody supposed to open this door for you? Well, so much for that.